Back in November, the Saints won an instant classic in their first matchup against the 49ers. Can San Francisco avoid the sweep? Find out next on EA Sports.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. Intensity level will be off the charts.
The mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This one taken just inside the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round one. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
So here are the Saints now with great starting field position. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Murray. Complete to Washington. And he'll be brought down at the 27. From the 27, Murray. That's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Now Murray. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Drake Jackson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
I guess you can say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that fourth seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. I've got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't, just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now Purdy. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Yeah, they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They go play action here. Purdy. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Isaiah Simmons. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Purdy looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. On second down now. It's Gibbs, and he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
First down, Murray. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally just break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Murray toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll try the left side. Gibbs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. He finds his man complete. That's Gibbs. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Murray now to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Gibbs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Niners set to take over on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start with the option. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up
On 2nd and 9. Purdy under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Purdy from the gun.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Play action. Now Purdy.
And he'll just get rid of it. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Purdy.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Isaiah Simmons, his 2nd sack of the night. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Murray. He finds his man complete. That's Gibbs.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1 on EA Sports.
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2.
as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Gibbs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Murray. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Gibbs. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second down. It's Gibbs. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. To throw, it's Murray. He is going to find Hill here. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense. No.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibbs. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The kick by Lutz is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A beautiful fake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Purdy now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
How you like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Hargrave in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run with Mitchell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Purdy to throw it on first down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing here, Purdy. Over the middle, complete. It's Graham. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 4.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Rolling, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 49 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Play fake. Murray. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Now how about this one right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Gibbs, and he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard, and I think he got a yard to the 41. On 3rd down, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 40, 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way.
The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down. It's Gibbs, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can
into a sea of defenders had intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. After the turnover, here's Murray. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards there for number 15. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Murray. Dancing to his... Murray fighting. Lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The 40. The 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From just shy of midfield, Murray. And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Touchdown, Saints. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make it 17-13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. A final shot before break. Purdy lets this one rip toward Graham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 2 games here on this Super Wildcard Saturday is at halftime. We'll get it back out to you guys in just a minute. But first, let's take a look ahead to Sunday's action in the NFC. A 3-6 battle that ought to be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions matching up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Murray now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the 40 now on second down, Murray. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On first down, Gibbs taken down at the 47-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Murray now. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. On third down, it's Gibbs. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he uses quickness to make a play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. He'll keep it himself. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Purdy with it on third and long. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up fourth.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnose perfectly there.
Murray going to throw. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Complete to Washington. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run on first down. Gibbs. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
He'll try again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
To throw is Murray. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A.J. Brown, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Saints have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On the handoff, Mitchell. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hill. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Here's Murray. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. They held him in check in the 1st half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the 1st half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Purdy. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, Purdy. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, That was the play of the game.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On second down, here's Murray. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. From the gun, Murray steps away to his left. Gets this one to Hill. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But if the assignment gets mixed up, that's the end result.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Now Purdy.
And this is going to be incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a two-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, it's Gibbs. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. To throw, it's Murray. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th, so they know they need at least 3 on this incredibly critical drive as they start out 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Purdy looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. On 2nd down now, it's Gibbs. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. On 3rd down, Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
shotgun now from Murray. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide, and I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things, but even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibbs, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Second down, here's an option right. Finding space at the 40. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
A give here to Mitchell. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 9. He finds his man, complete. That's Simmons. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes takes it inside the 40. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he'll take this one down to the 36. On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Here's Purdy. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Murray. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Purdy to throw. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Up the middle they go. Gibbs, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now the Niners down by 2 touchdowns. And time, a huge factor. This crowd has stayed with them throughout, but they need 2 late scores to advance in these playoffs as they've got a first down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Purdy. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Lewisine, and the Saints are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibbs, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.